Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day video post. We are up to week number 3 in the CFL Regular season for 2025, as on Saturday, June the 21st, the Calgary Stampeders will be back at home at McMahon Stadium to host the Ottawa RedBlacks with a 2 p.m. Mountain kickoff. And so far in 2025, Calgary actually started off 2-0, and Ottawa, they're still looking for their first victory of 2025, as they are 0-2 coming this one. As Calgary last week, they won 29-19 over the Toronto Argonauts on the road. However, you could say it was a costly victory for the Calgary Stampeders, as they got without Reggie Begelton, as he got hurt early in the first quarter, had a knee injury, and is now placed on the 6-game injury list, as well as long snapper Crawford. He is also on the 6-game injury list, so it was Jason McGovern who is going to be coming in for long snapping duties, and we'll see how things will go for the Calgary Stampeders without Reggie Begelton. Next man up for receiver, Jalen Philpott had a big game last week with 100 yards receiving, and this will be a big opportunity for the first overall pick in Damon Halford step up. So we'll see how things go. We still got Tavon Jones and Dominique Rhymes to round out our receiving core for the headliners. Ottawa, well, they lost 39-18 in Montreal last week, as they have, actually they were at home as Montreal beat them. And they were without Drew Brown. It was Matt Schultz who was in quarterback for that game. I expect to see Drew Brown to come back. Over the big storyline for this game coming up is, I don't think it's going to be a pretty game. And I'm not going to say pretty as in anticipating a blowout. But with a rainfall warning right now in Calgary, and might hear the rain falling in the background now, as I do have my window open to cool off my apartment. Well, it's going to be a very, very rainy day, and expect to have over 75 millimeters of precipitation. Almost flashing back to 12 years ago, when unfortunately the floods happened in Calgary, but conditions were a lot different than it is now, and hopefully you got better flood mitigation in place so it won't happen to that scale again. But I think there's going to be a lot more emphasis on the ground game and ball security for this one, as I don't think they're going to be seeing a lot of passing yards in this one because it's crappy outside, or expect to be crappy outside. So I'm going to see Dedrick Mills, and then William Stanback actually did sign with Ottawa in the offseason. You might see a lot more rushing yards, but wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more turnovers in this one. And then, given the fact that I am middle-aged now, and I do feel like I need to still catch up on sleep, because it's been a very hectic time for me the last while, I might be a game time decision myself to actually be in the stands. Because all the years that I've gone to games, I'm more comfortable being very cold and dry than cold and wet, so I may or may not be in the stands for this game tomorrow, as I might decide to just stay home and follow it online. And I'm not sure how affect attendance overall. It is the family day game, but wouldn't necessarily going to say have family friendly weather either way. But that's all I have feeling for the Calgary Stampeders coming in this one, as they are 2-0 to start the season. Well, we're already almost halfway to our win total from last season, where we managed to win 5 all last season and got the first win on the road. Vernon Adams Jr. could still clean things up, but how he moves the ball and his threat on the ground has been a breath of fresh air for the Calgary Stampeders. And, so far we are looking like we're a lot more competitive with him and our revamped, overhauled defense. But after this game, the Calgary Stampeders will be on a bye. So, because the next game Calgary will be playing will not be until Thursday, July the 3rd, as we'll be still home. We'll be hosting the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the first ever called Stampede Bowl, as that's the day when the Calgary Stampede, the greatest outdoor show on earth, unofficially begins. So after this week, Calgary will have a bye, and we'll get right back at it in 2 weeks. So hopefully enjoy the game. Likely going to be staying inside and catching up on rest, and not thinking I want to be out in the cold and rain, but I am getting middle-aged, and if this was 15 years ago, I'd brave the elements, but I find that sometimes you gotta take care of yourself, but hopefully everybody will take care of themselves if we're at the game, and hopefully we don't get any more injuries, should I say, with my Calgary Stampeders. So anyway, close out and say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, just make sure you hit like, subscribe, have my other social media links down in the description below. I finally caught up with my game day content from the home opener, and these game day posts, I'm recording this the night before the game, so there'll be more time for this video to breathe before kickoff, said tomorrow, against the Ottawa RedBlacks at home. And it's with the challenge of being able to enjoy the game in between the raindrops. I'm a game time decision. I might wind up still going, but if not, this could be the game to miss. So, still going to say, go Stamps, go. Thanks for watching, and I prefer the red and white over the red and black, and I'll see you in the next video.